Good morning and welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Edna White, and yes, you caught me in my getting ready to go exercise move, and I just wanted to say a couple words to you today. I know that it's January 2021, and it's the fourth day, I think, today. So it's Monday. So, of course, we know that everyone's popped the champagne and they've, done all the things they need to do. And there's going to be new opportunities, a fresh start. And that's what January is really about. There's going to be vaccines coming, and the economy is slowly returning to normal, if there is a normal. And we are perfectly poised to improve our financial life. I am creating a course that talks about generational and ancestral traumas and patterns. And one of the components that are affected is the money situation, is our belief system about and around money. So I got up this morning and I said, what can we talk about? Everybody's talking about it, so what can I talk about it? I read Money Magazine, I read Forbes, I read Entrepreneurship, I read all those magazines or just articles that really entice me or I'd like to know more about to expand my knowledge base. So I've been getting a lot of questions about since my last video talking about residual income and savings and all of that. And all of us have been experiencing it. This is the third comment that I have received talking about late in life savings, late in life residual income, and late in life being clear on what we need to be financially fit. So I thought maybe we should start by talking about, being serious about savings because, I know a lot of people that make over $90,000. And that's really not much in New York, but $90,000 is something that is a number that everyone should be happy and not pressured to have and be comfortable with economically. But they have no savings, they have no clear path on how to continue financially being fit because, the pandemic showed us the importance of savings. The pandemic showed us that we should have a clear cushion for finances. But according to the studies of the Pew Research Center, 41% of the adults in the U.S. have had trouble paying their bills and making housing payments since the pandemic began. And that's really scary considering that 61% of the Americans said they don't expect to have emergency savings by the end of this year, which was last year. That's why it's so important that right now to get those things, get serious about saving, get serious about getting comfortable in a financial position. So that if anyone has ever been involved with financial advisors, which I have, they encourage people to follow the 50-30-20 rule when dividing up your take-home pay, with 50% of your income going towards living expenses like rent, groceries, 30% to recreation or entertainment, and 20% going into savings. But for people who are just starting to save, or even those who are ready or already on the right track, jumping from 0 to 26% can be daunting, can be the worst, and sometimes impossible. That's why it helps to have increments, move up to increments. When I first started saving, I was at literally, I think 5%. Of my income. I was really literally there. But then when I saw how much I could save and started cutting back on really recreation and entertainment, I began to save a lot more. And I didn't go without recreation entertainment. I chose better memories and sources of entertainment to have fulfilled life. So I'm just saying, get really serious about um, saving your money and start by saving, like I did, 5% of your monthly income. Starting now. I remember reading getting a calendar from someone that said save 30 cents a day. And I was like, 30 cents? How could that make any difference? So guess what I did? I started like these little like change jars for my grandchildren. And each day I put 30 cents in it because I was going to the store or I'd have to scramble around the house and put 30 cents. So I did it. 30 cents. And I was like, wow, in a month, this is a lot of money. So I triple that. I started, saving for myself 10%. Then I double that. I double that, and I started getting it taken out of my check before I got it, so that I knew that I was doing something that I controlled in the beginning, and I'm doing it for myself for long term. Um, Actually, when you earn something, when you're cash, you feel 100% better. One of my um, financially fit goals were to obtain a CD or high yielding savings account. Now, most of them don't, but a lot of the savings accounts are online that yield a lot of interest. So I did one of those, and that was where my 30 cents was going, and I love the fact that I could do that. So there's so many ways that you can take that cash and kind of get some interest on it. In the savings accounts at my bank, it doesn't, I don't get that much interest, but to put it into um, a CD or a high yielding checking account, it's very good. It's a great opportunity. And I think if you can check depositaccounts.com, maybe you'll be able to find some recommendations there. One of my other go-tos and to consider is I considered small caps. So small cap companies or market companies that have 2 billion value below 2 billion. Not like Apple or Amazon, but anything under 2 billion, you could probably one of the small companies invest in, and then after everything is kind of pulled up, it's a 6 month stock, and it's an investment, and that way you can see it grow and kind of watch it and monitor it and see how it goes. That's one of my other go-tos. um, we talk about investing all the time, and I want to go back before all of this investing starts. I've seen a lot of my friends, a lot of family members, a lot of just people that I know um, did not or not financially fit in the aspects of having a will written out, even if you don't have a lot to leave, having the instruction and giving the instruction for those that are left here once you leave is very rewarding and a lot of relief for your family members and friends. And having a will written out and letting people know where it is and having a copy for yourself put away with someone that you can trust is very rewarding. It's part of being financially fit. Second part is having enough money to cover all your bills or all the things that you owe, your indebtedness, especially investments like your house, especially investments like your boat, or things like that, that you can have covered, that your children can then, if they want to live there, or sell it or whatever, there won't be a great strain on them. And having the insurance coverage to do that is very much recommended. I mean, I can't express how when I was 35, I wrote out my will and I was talking to my children about it. They were young, and my daughter was like, "Ma, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that." And within, say, another 6 years, I had a very, very, very bad accident. And if I didn't have that insurance, if I didn't have all those coverages, um, I'd be very in debt right at this point in my life. And that's 15 years ago. So I would say to you that it's very important that you set aside and to think about and to structure, the insurance you need. And then to go a step further is your retirement. What are you saving for your retirement? When we can sit and we can calculate what our Social Security is going to be, but I guess and I bet that it's not going to be nothing but a handful, if that. And is that going to carry you through, with your home that you have now, when you're not able to work and so forth. So I encourage you to sit with a financial planner um, and discuss your life and get a great handle on your financial life. Because if you don't, you're going to end up experiencing a pandemic without the pandemic again, because you don't have the funds in place. Breaking those generational curses that we have not learned about finances and learned about money is very important. And the mission for us is to break that and let it end with us and then teach our children better, where we are. You can't start again, but you can share with them your journey and what you're doing at this point. The other thing I found to be very rewarding in my life is to add a new line in my resume. So um, I always refresh my resume yearly, no matter if I'm not going anywhere. If I'm working for someone, or I'm even if when I was working for myself, I put it on my agenda to do yearly, because yearly it makes me sit back and think about what I've been doing, what I've um, done during the year that I could add to my resume to make things look great, even though I'm not moving or not thinking about transitioning into another job. It just looks good to review your resume and also gives you a good place of esteem that you looked at your resume, you didn't really take a great look at it before, but then you look and say, oh, I did this, I did that, I did this, and you can add it to your resume, and you can be a great offering. I often say that success does not look the same for me. I want to be a great addition, or I want to be of value to people instead of being a success. Because a success means to me that you just set up on a little, shelf, and you dust it off every now and again. But when you are of value to people, you become, irreplaceable, you know? So brush up on your skills, some of the skills that you've learned, like even some public speaking, some social media management, some of that stuff. Brush up on that and put it on your resume. It'll make you feel good, build your confidence, and kind of get you set all, on the road. And I'm gonna give you one more that I do. I try to be a super saver a lot, and I try to um, make sure that I'm always thinking the next step or the next, realm of life for me. And one thing I've done that I've learned from a financial advisor is to max out my 401k. When I don't mean to like get everything out of it, but since there's going to be, there's probably changes every year through the IRS. Um, but if you're under 50, you can contribute up to 19,500 into your 401k and 6,000 to your IRA. And if you're over 50, like me, I can put in another 6,500 to catch up, and then another $1,000 to the individual IRA account. So I'm always up on the new things with 401ks or anything that can advance my life to make me feel better, feel good about um, where my financial plan is going. So that's some of the things I do to keep financially fit. And I just want to share those with you. And if you have any other um, tips to be financially fit, um, please let me know. Oh, and I forgot. Credit scores are very important. If they're low, you are charged much more than anyone else. But if you raise them up, keep moving them, keep paying your bills on time, you will increase your credit score, your FICO score, and you will expand the possibilities as well. So just wanted to put that out there. Have a happy and keep on doing great things in your life.